Peace, family. Thank you for watching Creatively Speaking. I am back with part 2 of the creepy hairstylist story that I uploaded on my shorts not too long ago. So if this is your first time here, you might want to pop over to my shorts just so you can hear what's going on in this story before you continue in this video. I had to make this video long form because I didn't really realize how long it would be once I was recording everything that happened in the story. And I didn't want to chop up the story into like 5 or 6 shorts, so I thought it would be best if I just made it into a long form video, because nobody got time to be watching a whole bunch of different shorts. We want to know what happened in the story, right? So I'm going to be reading the story while I make these beautiful zodiac initial letter keychains that I will have on my website very soon. My website is getting a lot of new things. I actually have some blog posts over there now. So if you guys want to check out my website, it is www.beautifullycreatedllc.com. The link is over it will be in my description, and it's also in my bio on my page. So check out my website for beautiful handmade spiritual jewelry. I have lots of things over there that I'm sure you would love. So let's get into it. Sunday, I woke up to a bunch of texts from the stylist. It woke me up because even though I have DND on my phone, I have a setting that overrides that if there are repeated contact attempts for emergency purposes. Here's what I got, copied and pasted. 3:49 a.m. I don't recommend going to a different stylist because of this, and it's not a big deal. Small towns and people talk, and you may not find anyone that will take you after this, so I'd reconsider. I don't like threats. 3:51 a.m. So I have your biological material, and it's my property now, and I can do what I want with it. I kept it because I can, and it means a lot to me. 3:54 a.m. Why you send the pic? I know what it looks like. It's mine. 4 a.m. You need to respond to me because I think it's a misunderstanding about what this is. It's not bad, and you saying you're switching to a stylist has me triggered. I do good work, and you said so. 4:04 a.m. I also charge a $350 client separation fee. So yeah, you can't just say you're switching stylists with no consequences. And I know you said you already tried a few people before me. There may not be many beauty people in the area. Guys, this is just a little side note. This woman sounds unhinged. She literally sounds like she's going to go off the rest of the stylists in the area. But let me continue. 4:11 a.m. Asking for an explanation for a stylist having hair in a salon is crazy. Where else would you find hair at? I didn't do nothing wrong, but I will get rid of it if you're gonna cry about it. But only if you say you won't be switching to anyone else for your hair care. You mean a lot as a client and always tip well, and I do good work, so it doesn't make sense, and you know that. So maybe don't threaten someone who does your hair or hurt their heart by making accusatory statements. I didn't respond to any of those that morning because it was so insane to me. I need to process things fully before I make decisions on how to deal with it, so I just didn't respond. Sunday afternoon, I started getting phone calls. This person called me 14 times that afternoon. About every other call, they left a voicemail. Most of the voicemails just said, call me back or text me back, but 2 of them were unhinged. I'm going to paraphrase, but the gist of the first one was, it sounds like they're crying. Call me back, I'm getting scared you won't come back to me for your hair for real. I just like how your hair feels. That's why I kept it. Call me. The second unhinged message was left late Sunday night at 11:38 p.m. and it said, I got rid of it except one lock. I found out I like watching your hair burn more than I like keeping it. I didn't respond to any of those messages, calls, or texts. That whole thing had me freaked out by now. I decided by that time I was taking Monday off work to go to the police. Even if they couldn't do anything, I wanted to file a report for the weirdness. I woke up Monday to an email from the stylist with an invoice of $375 for client breach of contract fee as the chargeable line item. Again, copy and pasting here. The email body was just, for being a bitch. It was sent from their business email too, so they're really doing everything they can to ruin themselves. Even if I had a contract with this nutter, which I don't, the original amount was for $350. They can't even get their extortion fees right. I did email them back stating we had no contract and to cease all further communication with me from this point forward. I got ready and started heading to the police station around 9:45 Monday morning. I live in a rural area, so there are portions of my drive to and from the main town that doesn't have cell reception. When I finally got to town, I had 4 voicemails. I knew immediately who they were from. I talked to one of the officers on staff. They took my statement, a copy of the email, asked me to forward all the texts and screenshots of the numbers and calls. They said, at the least, the calls and texts could be considered menacing and harassment. But the voicemail where they mentioned how they liked burning my hair was potentially concerning. The officer advised I contact a legal representative in case this person tries to take this bogus invoice to a civil court. And they said I'm welcome to change my number. But having the piling evidence if they continue to contact me after I explicitly told them not to in the email would only help me. I reached out to the lawyer Tuesday and left a detailed message regarding the situation. I've since received many texts and calls from the stylist. They are giving me a lot of evidentiary material to work with, but I'm so unsettled. I can't wait to hear from the lawyer this week. I'm okay and safe for now. The person has continued to contact me on a regular basis via phone and email. I do have personal protection that I'm comfortable with and can wield with accuracy. But I'm nearly certain this person does not know where I live, so I don't anticipate any type of confrontation here. I'll leave you with a text from this past week, one I think you'll enjoy. Use for a model on how not to make friends. Once again, copied and pasted. 5:12 a.m. Don't never say never. You're never coming back. Don't make me laugh. I don't want your ass back. You can beg me though. Might help. Update. I met with law enforcement again this past Tuesday. My husband and I drove over early that morning because I was also meeting with the lawyer I'm working with. Aside from the near constant texts, calls, and emails, I wanted to pursue legal action for a specific issue. Allegedly, the stylist had tried to have my credit card canceled. Apparently, they used the last 4 digits of my card, called the customer service line for the card, and tried to cancel it. I got a call from the fraud department shortly after this person attempted to do this, trying to verify everything to see if I actually wanted to close my account and dissolve my credit line with them. To be clear, the stylist was not successful in their alleged attempt. They couldn't provide the basic information you need for such things like this, like my actual last name, date of birth, address, etc. I went to the phone company. I had the phone number transferred to an old phone so I could still receive calls and texts there, but got a new phone number for my actual phone. The old phone and phone number has been turned over to the officer assigned to my case. The police did go and speak with this person. Apparently, they are horrified that I went to the police and had no idea any of their crazy could be chargeable offenses. According to the officer, there have been no further communications via text or calls since their visit, and I haven't received any other emails. A temporary protection and no contact order has been issued against them until the first court date. I have also reached out to the State Board of Licensing with all the information and my complaints. All I can say is they are investigating. Outside of that information, I'm limited on any other information I can share since a legal process against this person has officially begun. We're just waiting to see how this all plays out now. It's been a long few weeks. Now, before I get into what I feel about this story, we're going to have a little break so we can have a little resin mold ASMR. I really wish this update involved knowing exactly what the stylist was doing with the client's hair, because her calling her hair her biological material really put my spiritual antennas up. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of the Southern superstition of you are supposed to burn your hair so no one gets a hold of it or it doesn't get left on earth when you're not here. And that is because anyone who wants to do harm to you can absolutely do it through your DNA, your hair, your nail clippings, anything that comes from you. So you want to make sure that you absolutely trust whoever it is that you are letting in your hair. I'm hoping there's another update on this story soon, but these keychains came out beautiful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.